Hi, my name is Stephen Lane. I am the Managing Director of Cyberwolf. We're a cybersecurity company, but we're slightly different because we specialize in providing cybersecurity solutions for the legal sector. Excuse my attire, I'm casually dressed, but it is the weekend and I was just in London and passing the Law Society's offices, and I thought I'd just pause actually and record a quick video based upon some reflections of the conference that I attended on Thursday, which was the Law Society's Risk and Compliance Conference up in Leeds. At Cyberwolf, we run 2-hour workshops every 2 weeks, and these are entirely free. In fact, I do them for charity, about cybersecurity for the legal sector. We do these up and down the country, and if you check out our website, you'll be able to register for them. One of the things that I noticed is when I was talking about this in Leeds, that people were saying to me that they were going to send their IT person along, and there was still this perception that cybersecurity is an IT problem, and I'd like to dispel that myth. Our workshops actually are aimed at the compliance officers in an organization, your COLPs, your COFAs, or your senior partners, managing partners, and people really with sort of like considerable responsibility for the business. So there's an interesting fact. Around about 2/3 of cybersecurity incidents are actually caused by the inadvertent actions of staff. So that is clicking on a link or divulging information over the telephone or something like that. And if you take into account suppliers and also as well ex-employees, 74%, according to Experian, 74% of cybersecurity incidents are actually caused by people known to the organization. And that's well-meaning people, that's not malicious, that's people who are trying to do the right thing and actually subsequently disclose information. And so, for example, there's a case with the ICO where the ICO fined a judge because they were very busy, like a lot of people in the legal sector, running around with sensitive information and going from court to office to all over the place. I appreciate those challenges, but at the same time, what they did is that they were working on client information on their home PC. So no amount of security within the law firm would have actually protected them, within the chambers would have protected them really from a cybersecurity incident. So it's just an example really of how people can be responsible for causing a cybersecurity incident. In fact, actually, if you think about it, what was the judge trying to do? They were trying to be diligent. They're probably working at the weekend. They're probably trying to get on with the job. And they really probably thought that they were doing the right thing. But of course, they had sensitive information now on a machine that is not protected. And that, of course, is not compliant with data protection. So I really want to dispel the myth. Yes, there is a technology element to cybersecurity, but technology alone will only really reduce your risks by about 10%. If you get your patching right, your antivirus and everything, what you'll do is you'll stop most of the attacks that are trying to come through the front door, but it won't stop the other stuff. The social engineer who's going to ring up and give you some false information, some bank details or something to get you to transfer some funds, like on Friday afternoon fraud. It's about people. And so Cyberwolf has a 5-step process. Our 5-step process addresses the human aspects of cybersecurity. We baseline the organization, and we ensure that in that baseline, we also include taking a look at how staff behave and understanding where the gaps are. We then implement a program which is tailored to an organization, and that program is all about actually education, but also as well, on top of that, we simulate regularly cybersecurity attacks, because it's shown that actually it takes about 2 months for behaviors to become habit. So if we were to just go in and go and do some training, we would very quickly find that that would not lead to behavior change. It might do for a week or so, and then people just carry on as they were. So the way we overcome that is that we keep them on the toes. We keep everybody looking out for cyber threats by constantly bombarding them with training, but training that's packaged up as a cyber threat. So it might be a phishing attack. They click on the link, and actually behind that link is an educational video, and that then leads them to understand actually they probably should have thought twice about clicking the link. So I hope, just in this really short video, it's just a bit impromptu as I was walking past the Law Society, I hope that you understand, or perhaps start to grasp, that cybersecurity is very much a people issue. It's a board issue, it's an executive issue, it's about management, and it's about culture. Yes, it's about technology, there is that aspect, but that is not the major aspect. My name is Stephen Lane. I am the Managing Director and the founder of Cyberwolf. Our business is about protecting your business.